Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody who is trying to navigate how to get back into your life or to have a reconciliation now that they have more or less accepted they want you back. They don't want to be with anybody else, but they don't know how to initiate that contact now that they've admitted what they really want and that they don't want to pursue others. They have to figure out how to communicate with you. They have to figure out how to express that they've been working on themselves or that it's going to be different. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. And I'm going to post a specific time for you, probably Wednesday, that I'm going to do the members only live. Those would be for folks that are in the stars or the towers. Hello, Famous Seamus. Hello, Carla. Hello, Key Controller. How we doing today? Let's dive in with the Wild Reflections Tarot and see what else we've got going on with this person who can't seem to get over you. It happens. What else do we have? King of Wands. Three of Pentacles in the reverse and the Seven of Pentacles. So this is somebody who would have ended or ghosted this situationship or romance. This is somebody who would have either been a little bit concerned about being in a commitment or just like felt like the time was not right. So with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, this is the person who said, you know, maybe we need to have a little bit of space, or maybe we need to have some time apart so I can think about things. I've got some other priorities, or I've got some other obligations, and I need to make sure that I do right by those. So this is like the too busy person, you know, like I'm attracted to you or I'm interested in you, but I just don't know if I can do all of that right now. We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse, the Two of Cups in the reverse, and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. But the reality is this is somebody who was not looking for love or wanted to protect their emotions, not get too invested. Someone who was really just looking for some physical intimacy and not wanting to get caught up in a long-term relationship or like a relationship of any kind, really, it looks like. Maybe just the physical kind. Justice in the reverse. Nine of Swords. So because this person has put a lot of people in a state of confusion or this Nine of Swords, anxiety, like what's going on? Why aren't you talking to me? Now they are getting a taste of their own medicine and feeling this Nine of Swords energy over what's going on with you after they're the ones that pushed you away. So I guess this is a little bit of karma for them. This is the Rider-Waite or the Waite-Smith. Hello, Key Holden. How we doing? Hello, Joaquin. How's your day? Hello, Moon. What's up? What else do we have? Ace of Swords. Six of Swords. And the Nine of Swords. That's a lot of air energy. We could be dealing with Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. However, we did have someone come through as our King of Wands, and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. That's a lot of fire energy as well, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This is, I think, a person who is seen as quite passionate, perhaps quite attractive, but they are stuck in their mind. There's another Nine of Swords, right? Thinking that they had been able to make a fast getaway or a clean getaway and, you know, oh, it's fine, I didn't catch any feelings, or I'll be fine in a week, I won't miss them, I don't need to be in a relationship to be happy, I'll just meet someone new and they'll distract me, right? Hello, Regina. Hello, Melissa. Oh, you're so welcome, Lee. I hope your day is going well. Hello, Praiser. Oh, apparently not you, but that's okay. It's actually a free channel. If it's not for you, keep it moving. If you're going to be negative in the live chat, I will block you, just so you know. What else do we have? But even so, I still wish you a good day. Hello, how's it going, Rachel? I hope you're having a good day. Ace of Wands, Magician in the reverse. In order to make this seem like everything's normal, everything's fine, our King of Wands goes back to the dating app or goes back to the bar, goes back to the dating pool, and is looking for somebody else to hang out with for a weekend, to feel attractive, to feel wanted, and to distract themselves from this person that they're actually missing. And I don't think it goes very well. This is like they say the wrong person's name, or they have zero charm or riz available for the event. Emperor in the reverse, Queen of Cups. They either end up looking like a total simp for the person that they are trying to distract themselves from, or they completely fumble an opportunity that normally would have been like a slam dunk, if you know what I mean. It doesn't work out. Thank you, Lee. To the 14th. Let's see how that looks for you. I've got that added for you. Hello, Kim. How are you doing today? Yes, fresh sheets definitely make a difference. I agree. Hello, Enlightenment. How are you doing today? Page of Wands in the reverse, Six of Pentacles in the reverse, and Judgment. So I guess I might have been wrong. I thought that I could, have my fun and walk away and nothing would happen, or it wouldn't hurt, or it wouldn't be difficult, or it wouldn't, catch feelings. But this is someone who's having to admit to themselves, I actually kind of hurt myself on this one because I do miss this person. I do want to see them. Nobody else is really capturing my attention the way that they did. Intentions and outcome with Andrew. Thank you, Zatsuka. Sorry, old habits die hard. Thank you, Carla. Should I try? I've added that for you. Thank you. Hello, James. How are you doing? Has YouTube been acting weird for you today, James? Is that what you're saying? It's important to have options. We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. This person has options that I'm reading, but they're not interested. This is someone who's like, yeah, I just want to be on my own. I just want to think about myself. I don't want to have to worry about being, loyal or faithful to someone or honest with someone. Just me, thank you. Ace of Cups is in the reverse because if somebody started talking about emotions or wanting something serious, this person was like out the door, gone. See you later. Maybe not. Hello, Syntax. How are you doing today? Thank you for the tip. I'm sorry your energy has felt off. Let's see if we can't figure that out for you today. Been so off lately. In case you're new, Syntax, I do the personal questions after the general reading, which is usually at about 30 or 35 minutes in, and we are at just under 10 minutes right now. Hello, Baby Yoda. Hello, Godson. How you doing? Five of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. The problem is, like, you're perfect, but I didn't want to be in a long-term relationship. If I want to be with you, then I know it has to be long-term. I can't, like, fake it. I can't pretend. This person's stuck. They're like, I really want you, but I know you want something different. How am I going to figure this out? How am I going to navigate this conundrum, this problem between the two of us? All right, this is the Gold and Lenormand. Let's hope this person decides to be honest about it. Fingers crossed. Hello, Elf. How are you doing? Thank you for subscribing. I do personal questions after the general reading, with priority to those who tip or donate. You can also donate a membership, by the way. So we've got the fish, the bouquet, and the snake. This is someone who's quite used to attracting people with charming personality, good jokes. Maybe they're really good at playing pool, or they play the guitar really well. They have mastered the art of seduction, getting people interested in them. But they're really only interested in the language of the flesh. They really just want to get laid. Sorry, guys. And I know some of you are going to look at this and assume that the King of Wands is saying that this person is a man, but we've got two females up here as well. So this could be anyone, but it is definitely a person who likes to avoid relationships or expectations. Hello, Eyes of Cree. How are you doing? So we've got number 22, which talks about paths, having to choose. This is what I'm saying. They could choose to be honest and acknowledge, oh, I have some feelings here. Maybe I should, like, I don't know, change my life, like do something different here. Or I could be dishonest about it. But they're going a little bit love crazy, kind of like the Sebastian character in Cruel Intentions. All right, this is the Hocus Pocus Tarot. Thank you, James. Let me add your question. Will the mission be complete on Wednesday? I've added that. Thank you, James. Hello, Sagar. I think that's totally reasonable. Some people might tell you that you're picky, but if you know what you like, you know what you like, right? As long as you know that you're being open and willing to connect to people, that's what matters. Hello, Constantine. How are you doing? So we have the Eight of Candles, or the Eight of Wands, the Moon, and the Ace of Lightning, or Ace of Swords, in the reverse. I don't like it. The Moon is a card that talks about secrecy, and the Ace of Swords, or Ace of Lightning, in the reverse is somebody holding back the truth. Eight of Wands is communication. So we have somebody who's communicating, but they are hiding some truth. What is the secret? What are they hiding? Seven of Potions, or Seven of Cups, in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles, and the Star. This is like, I want to communicate with you and flirt with you, but I don't think I want to admit that, like, I'm actually probably in love with you. This is like, let's chat and I'll see like what the temperature is, like if I can even gain access to you, like are you going to respond kind of thing. And if you do, then I need to make a decision. But I don't like this because we have the Devil and the Three of Swords. This feels to me like somebody who wants to play games because they just like literally don't know how to approach things the right way. Like, oops, I did it again. I approached this connection with you dishonestly and then disappeared because I literally don't know the words to say. Because I literally don't know how to do something that would indicate that I want a long-term relationship, or like how to act. Like, where do I put my hands? They don't know what to do. Page of Pumpkins or Page of Pentacles and the Hermit in the reverse. They don't know what to do. I know I want something different. I know I want, you know, to be a different person or mature and be able to have that like happy, like we can make memories kind of energy with you. But like, I don't know what to say. Do I have to say like, I love you right away? Do I have to say that I want to be in a relationship? Do I have to tell you my favorite color? Like, they don't get it. Ace of Pumpkins or Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So I do feel like this is somebody who has the desire for something more, but they mess it up. They don't know how to communicate. They don't think that they can, it's like, I don't know how to do the long-term relationship thing. I just know that I want to spend some more time with you. I just know that I like need to make you laugh one more time. I said laugh. I hope you're not talking about me, Baby Yoda. We've got Queen of Lightning or Queen of Swords, King of Pumpkins or King of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Eight of Lightning or Eight of Swords in the reverse. They don't know how to be vulnerable. I feel like the best piece of advice for this King of Wands is approach the person that you miss, the person that you may have fallen in love with, and say, I don't know what I'm doing here. All I know is I miss you. I don't want to date anybody else. I wake up and I think about what you're doing, or I think about how I could have like handled things differently. When I go to bed, I think about what it would be like if you were in the bed next to me. Like, talk about your truths. Maybe you don't have to have like the fanciest of words, but if you're just gonna try to repeat some like tired old like script that you used to get laid, like it ain't gonna work out for you. Just be honest and say, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm kind of crazy about you. And see where it goes from there. But this is somebody who's very much so out of their depths. This is like, you're out of your element, daddy. I don't know what to do. Thank you, Carrie. I hope you're having a good day. You ignoring my question, Baby Yoda? I would like to know if you were talking to me. You can just type in a couple letters, right? What else do we have? Page of Wicks or Page of Wands. Knight of Wicks or Knight of Wands in the reverse. And the Ace of Petals or Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This is someone who's like, I gotta figure out how to say I love you, but every time I try to figure it out, what comes out instead is, damn, you're hot. Yeah, those clothes look great on the floor. It's like everything just reroutes, like translates mid-processing and comes out horny instead of like, I love you. This person has just operated that way for so long. But the risk here is they've kind of made it seem to the person that they are interested in that there's no way there'd be a relationship possibility here. Temperance in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles, and the High Priestess in the reverse. They've demonstrated that they don't know what they're doing, even before they, potentially say, I don't know what I'm doing here. They've already, like, kind of made it clear that they're not good at commitment. Two of Crystals or Two of Swords. The Lovers. And the Star. But gosh darn it, I totally fell in love with that person. It happens. This is a person who really just doesn't know what to do. If I go on pretending like I could just forget this person and I didn't fall in love, then what's going to happen? Hello, Elizabeth. How are you doing? Hello, ducking around. How are you doing? Hello, Mark. I'm glad you know your worth. So this is somebody who I think is trying to work on that themselves, trying to realize that they deserve to be happy, but maybe that lack of self-love or the expectation that people would always leave led this person to always try to avoid relationships or keep things kind of light and simple. This Star energy, though, feels to me like we have a soulmate who has very healing energy that makes this King of Wands feel like they're kind of addicted to this person. Sorry, I feel like it's a little bit dark in here. I don't know if that's going to be enough. We get one more, okay? There we go. Okay. Is that better? Yes. Oh, I'm sending you a hug, Elizabeth. I hope it gets better for you. But I love this card. It really does seem to suggest that we have somebody who's being like cordially invited to heal from the past and understand what unconditional love is really all about. The thing is, they have to actually accept that invitation. They have to actually allow you into their life or allow this person they love into their life. Nine of Petals or Nine of Pentacles. Seven of Jars. I know you could be nice, but I don't know that for sure, so I'm just kind of scared. This is that, like, I hold back or I hesitate because I'm nervous that this is going to, be awful, or I'm going to regret this, or I'm going to look foolish, right? Oh, I hope so, Louise. And I hope you're having a good day, despite all that. Nine of Crystals or Nine of Swords. And the Six of Wicks or Six of Wands in the reverse. They're scared. I want you back. I know I don't want anybody else. I don't know what a long-term relationship really looks like, but I know that I want it with you. They feel comfortable with you, but at the same time, really nervous because they're not used to this dynamic. This is someone who feels like you have their heart and you could just like totally crush their heart. Throw it at the wall, stomp on it, whatever. So it makes them nervous because they don't really like anybody having that kind of control. What else do we have? Hello, Jamaica. How are you doing? Hello, real one. What's up? I would argue you have to have vulnerability for there to be true love, right? What else do we have? Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Five of Swords and Death in the reverse. With the Two of Cups. Anything worth having is going to come at a price, at a cost. There's something you have to sacrifice. There's something you have to do. There's something you have to, you know, take a leap of faith regarding. But we are dealing with a King of Wands who is a pro at self-sabotage or can talk themselves out of love in just about every situation. But they've encountered like the, the love boss. Someone who changes people. Death in the reverse. Oh, you don't want to change for anyone? You just want to be the same person year in, year out? Cool. The universe is going to send you the... I got to make sure it doesn't sound awful here. I was going to try to make it sound like there's some weird science, like, robot to be sent to you to, like, make you change. But this is going to just go off the rails if I try to do that. You get into people's lives and you change them because you understand unconditional love and you offer it. And this person wasn't ready for that. And this has been kind of like a life-changing connection for them because it's made them realize that love is much more than they were willing to give it credit for initially. Yes. Oh, I like that. Thank you, Cadillac Jack. Louise, this is a general reading, but I do have all signs readings on my page. Okay, so we've got the Nine of Pentacles again. Definitely somebody who's very focused on individualism or being on their own, but they can't help the feelings that they've developed for this person. Even as they wanted to avoid this long-term relationship, they still feel this pull. We have the World, the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Page of Pentacles. This is somebody who's struggling to focus on work or struggling to focus on the projects that they need to be, you know, finishing up or addressing. They keep thinking about whether or not this connection is actually over or if there's something that they can do to bring it back. The Lovers and the Chariot. I think they're going to reach out. I think they're going to be a little bit rusty or not the best as far as how to communicate what they're going through. But I do think that they're going to make clear it's really difficult to be at a distance from you. I don't want to be no contact, or I don't want to go another day without seeing you. What can we do? Like, are you interested in seeing me too? Is that a thing? Or is it just me? This is the Burning Heart Love Oracle. Yes, exactly, Carrie. Hello, baby blue. How are you? I'm sorry you have to deal with that. I hope today is doing all right for you. What else do we have? I regret what I did to you. I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. Because they didn't understand what that unconditional love was really all about. I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. We're meant to be together. I will wait as long as it takes for a shot with you. I'm holding on to the memories of us. I keep hoping to bump into you everywhere I go. I want to kiss you. And I want to make you happy. I miss your smile. I mean, it's sweet, but they don't know what to do with all this. They're a little bit of a novice, and that's okay, right? Hello, Christine. How are you doing? Thank you, Louise. Let me add that for you. That your guides want? Yeah. We'll just say, what does Louise need to know? Awesome. Thank you for the tip. And we're probably about 2 or 3 minutes away from doing those personal questions. I think we'll grab a few from the Love Tarot. What else do we have? Something to say. There's something I really want to share with you. I'm waiting for the right time to tell you. I've been dreaming about you. In my dreams, we are so free and in love. I wish I could stay there forever. You're mysterious. I can never seem to figure you out. Sometimes I feel like you're hiding something from me, and I never really know where I stand with you. You're so smart. Your intellect really turns me on. You're so smart, and I really enjoy our conversations. You're mine. I get so pissed knowing other people can have you now. Is it toxic? Yeah, I don't care. I want the world to know that you're mine. So, yes, there was previous, happenings between the two of you. Yes, they ghosted or walked away from the connection, didn't give it the time of day, or didn't make you feel like a priority. And now they're coming back around to be like, whoops, I didn't think it was that important, but it turns out I actually fell in love with you, and now I can't stop thinking about you. Can we please, maybe just please go back out again? Hello, Lettuce. How you doing? Hello, Sarah Ann. I hope you're having a good day. I wish you luck in your search, Harry. All right, let's see. I think it's time for personal questions. And we've got Lee up first. And this is the Marseille Cat Tarot. So Lee has rescheduled to the 14th. How will the procedure go on the 14th? We have the Hermit. Six of Cups in the reverse. Seven of Cups in the reverse. King of Pentacles. And the Six of Wands. That's what I want to see. Six of Wands is victory. This is excellent. Okay, so we have somebody who has some sort of difficulty having to do with family. And the difficulty is something that requires a little bit of time to deal with, but there's clarity that is achieved somewhere between the 7th and the 14th. And then we have the King of Pentacles on the 14th, someone who's showing up ready for business, ready to do what they need to do, clear head, or feeling like, they're ready to tackle the day. So Six of Wands is a victory or a success, the kind of outcome you're hoping for. Yeah, so this is like mischief managed. Devil, Eight of Pentacles. I was able to figure out what was going on. I have addressed the drama or the emergency. And we've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, I think that's the emergency. There's something here that they would not have been able to predict, but with that Seven of Cups in the reverse, now they understand what was really going on. I do feel like there was someone here who lied to them. I don't know that this is really what you need to know, but they're clear-headed on the 14th. Yeah, we have the Empress. So I feel like you're going to be happy on the 14th or the 15th. Awesome. All right, let's see what we get for Carla. This is the Soul Cat Tarot. What are the intentions and the outcome with Andrew? What are the intentions and outcome for Carla with Andrew, please? Strength, Fool in the reverse. Two of Swords in the reverse and the Ace of Wands. So we have someone who feels things move a little bit quickly, but that they still have like their faculties about them, that they still feel like they're making a reasonable decision. And I feel like this is very decisive about a new beginning. So this is somebody who wants to see where things can go. Someone who feels like there is a real possibility of love, Ace of Cups. And the Death card, this is like someone hoping that there's a new, like a new chapter in love. Like it's not going to be the same kind of energy as previous connections. Chariot in the reverse and the Six of Cups. I think this is someone who's been able to cut things off with the people from their past and want to focus on the new. But why the Six of Cups? Is this about children or is this about someone from the past? I do feel like this is someone who has an ex that is obsessed with him. Was it Andrew? Yeah, Andrew's got a crazy ex. This person's still in love with Andrew, but I don't feel like Andrew's still interested in them. Is Andrew really like completely done with this person? Yes. Focused on new love, but there's someone from the past who's not letting go of him. It could rear its ugly head, but I feel like he wants new. He's not interested in the old situation. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Lee. Hello, Scammy. How we doing? So that looks like a should you try? Yes, just know that there's a crazy ex that could possibly come up at some point, right? All right, let's see what we've got for syntax. We've got, why has my energy been so off lately? What does syntax need to know about energy being off lately? Four of Swords in the reverse. Five of Pentacles. And the Hermit. Because there's something that you are going through. It's kind of looking to me like it's a mini spiritual awakening, but it's like your alarm is going off in the spiritual world, but you're in this world. You can feel that it's going off, but you don't really know how to identify it. There's something here you need to do. What is this thing that needs to be done? Page of Cups in the reverse. King of Cups. Five of Cups in the reverse. I feel like there's someone who's supposed to apologize to you. There's a chance this could be you need to apologize to someone, but there's an apology expected here, and it's deserved. And if this person's not going to apologize, then this connection is done. Like, you shouldn't have to be like, knock, knock, knock. Hi, it's me, that person that you upset yesterday. You remember that thing that you said that was really rude? And then I asked if that's what you really meant. And then you like doubled down and you said it again. I was just wondering if like maybe you're going to apologize for it. That's not going to happen, right? Either this person comes forward and apologizes or they don't. So if they're not going to apologize, then it's like, it's their loss. Keep it moving. Like, shields up. Don't lower how you treat yourself and the respect that you show yourself by removing yourself from those situations. Don't ruin that for somebody by being like, hey, please, can you fix that thing that you ruined? They ruined it, they don't want to fix it, then they ruined it for themselves and they don't get to have anything else, right? So this feels to me like your energy is off because you're still waiting for something or still hoping for something when your healing is calling for you to be like, snip, okay, you didn't do anything, then that's how it is. You made your choice. That's how the connection is. It's not my responsibility to fix it. When you let this person's energy go, your energy gets rebalanced. I'm glad to hear that, Sarah Ann. Hello, thank you, Scammy. Let me add that for you. Should I pursue? How should we do this? I'm going to ask for guidance. I'm going to change the phrasing of your question a little bit. Just to keep it, you know, relatively PG. Rachel's got a solution for you. See, this is why the live chat is so much better than anything else, right? Syntax, I hope that helps. Once you let go of this person's energy, I feel like it's a person who's owed you an apology for a while. When you let go of their energy, it's like a serving platter that is easier to balance because there's fewer drinks on it, right? You don't need to be balancing for this person's lack of doing stuff, lack of maturity. And then things will get better for you. Hello, Cyber Johnny. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. That sounds good, Skimmy. Yeah, I mean, why should you have to choose then? All right. For James, we've got, will the mission be complete by Wednesday or on Wednesday is how you phrased it. No, 8 of Cups in the reverse, 10 of Potions or 10 of Cups, 4 of Candles or 4 of Wands in the reverse, 9 of Presents, 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. No, there's something unforeseen or unpredictable that causes a delay by a factor of 2. So I'm seeing this as days, 2 days. So some sort of delay happens. King of Needles, Ace of Needles, but then it still happens. Just moves a little slower. So it's a molasses mission, but it still gets accomplished. So, you know, there you go. All right. What is the right tarot deck for this question for you, Skimmy? We're going to go with the Graffiti Tarot. What guidance does Skimmy need with regards to control and dominance? I'm going to laugh if it's the 2 of Pentacles. If that 2 of Pentacles comes out, like, I'm out. We have the 6 of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, which would be feminine energy, the 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords in the reverse, and the Moon in the reverse. I don't know, man. This feels to me like sometimes you feel the feminine energy. Sometimes Moon is in the reverse. That would be not feeling the feminine, right? Gravitational pull, the Moon, that's associated with feminine energy. Four of Swords in reverse. There is some healing you need to work on first. Like, before you get all excited, this is like, you need to make sure that you ate your breakfast before you go and do some crazy workout, right? Luis, I totally missed your question. That's my bad. I skipped right to Skemmy's. It's how I wrote it, and I apologize. I will get back to you after this one. So Skemmy, there's healing you need to do before you delve too much into that category. Once you do that, you'll be able to feel more comfortable or more aligned with what makes sense for you. So a first step would be some understanding of yourself, a little bit better understanding of yourself. Yeah, I don't know. We deal with that every time. I think Moon has conversations with other people, not people in the thingy. Okay. Skemmy, I hope that helps. In particular, I feel like it's a good place to start to identify the things that you like about yourself and the things that you would like to build confidence on. I feel like that would help you. Oops. Oh, that's because this is that one. Okay. All right. I've got to go back for Luis. Luis, I'm so sorry that I skipped over your question. What is it that Luis needs to know? What is it that Luis needs to know, please? Nine of Wands, the Devil, Five of Cups in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. There's someone who really doesn't like you, who consistently sends negative energy your way. It's like difficult for this person to get through a day without thinking something negative. Either they're competitive with you or they're mad that you've been able to keep it moving after they've not been in your life. So is this an ex? No. Is this like an old friend? No. Former coworker? Yes. This would be somebody that you would have worked with at some point. This person really doesn't like you. They send negative energy. I don't know if they really know. I don't know that they're like sitting here, you know, using candle magic or anything, but they think negatively about you quite often, and they want specifically to target your professional success and your romance. Did you have someone at work that had a crush on you? This feels like somebody who wanted to be with you, but you were not interested in them. Five of Swords. But they send negative energy your way because they don't feel wanted by you. Yeah, this would be somebody you used to work with. Is Luis protected from this energy? Yes, I love that card. See how we have like the wreath going all the way around? This is like, yeah, you're protected. What do they want to impact? In particular, they want you to feel broke. They want you to feel like you don't have what you need. Yeah, I totally love this person, so I'm wishing the worst of the worst on them. You're protected. This person doesn't have the abilities they think they do, or they don't... They can't actually reach you. I'm just going to say this. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone that you would expect. In other words, I'm picking up that this is either somebody where there's a big age gap or even like not the gender that you would expect. But this is a person who knows that they can't be with you, who wanted to be with you, and they're mad at you. But you would have worked with them. And you would have at some point said you were not interested in people like them, or you were not interested in that kind of thing, or that you only date this, or you're in a relationship. But there is someone who's like, you don't want me, well, your loss, that kind of thing. Hello, Pharaoh. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a good day. Let's see. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Hello, is it Tilly? How are you doing? Hello, AI. What's up? Hello, Christy. I hope you're having a good day. You keep seeing your ex. Oh. Why is Lee running into or seeing the ex so much? Seeing Ronnie so much? Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Four of Swords in the reverse. Three of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. I think he's trying to run into you. Is he trying to see her? So there's some sort of an ending that has been going on for Ronnie, and I think he needs someone to talk to, but he doesn't really know how to handle it. I don't know that he's like literally looking up where you go for your groceries and then that's where I'm going to go. But I do feel like this is someone who, like, he wants someone to talk to. He feels like he needs like a shoulder to cry on or somebody who would give him some good advice, and you fit the bill on that. I just don't think he knows what to do about it. Is he going to ask to like hang out? No. He's just like, how do I do this? Will you just like fix this for me? Like, what do I need to do? Okay, is there an interest romantically from Ronnie towards Lee? Well, King of Cups. He might be interested in you. He might want a shoulder to cry on, but he might also want to be with you. Has Ronnie always carried a flame? No. There's a resurgence here ever since a relationship ended. Queen of Wands in the reverse, the Empress in the reverse. It's like there's someone he's been with since you that is in a negative light in his mind. And the things that this person didn't do well, you do very well. So it's comparative, right? Well, Lee would never do that. Lee knows how to do that. Okay. So probably need to be a little bit cautious if there's a conversation. I feel like he's a little too shy for that. But if there is a conversation here, just make sure that your intuition is picking up on what you want to see, and also ask some tough questions. Yes, you are not the one that has to fix all of his problems. And if that's what he's coming to you for, then that, to me, suggests that there is a need for him to do some healing on his own before anything happens, right? All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. And thank you for hyping the video if you're able to. And I'll see you on the next video.